Imagine a battle so important that it changes everything. The Battle of Vicksburg did just that in the Civil War. It wasn't just about soldiers fighting. It was about clever plans, big risks, and a general who just wouldn't give up. How did Ulysses S. Grant pull off a victory that seemed impossible? Let's find out. It's 1863, and General Grant has a big problem: Vicksburg. This city, sitting on a high bluff by the Mississippi River, is a major Confederate stronghold. Whoever controls it controls the river. But getting past the Confederates won't be easy. The city is well protected, and Grant is running out of options. He needs a new plan, and fast. He tried to attack Vicksburg through swamps and tough land. It didn't work. Sherman's army got stuck and couldn't get anywhere. The Confederate army stopped them. It was frustrating, but Grant wasn't ready to give up. He knew he had to find a better way. On top of that, there was drama within his own army. General McClernand wanted to take charge and do things his way, but Grant didn't let that bother him. He stuck to his plan and kept moving forward. Grant didn't give up, though. He kept trying new ideas. He ordered his men to dig canals to avoid Vicksburg's defenses, but that didn't work either. The water kept changing levels, and the land was full of mud. It was slow and hard, and the Confederates were getting stronger every day. But Grant didn't quit. Finally, Grant decided to go for a big risk. Instead of sneaking around, he decided to go straight for Vicksburg. He planned to move his army across the Mississippi River, but he needed to confuse the enemy first. While some of his men distracted the Confederates, Grant secretly moved the rest of his army across the river at night. It was a huge gamble, but it worked. The Confederates didn't see it coming. Grant's army was now on the other side, ready to fight. At the same time, Colonel Grierson led a bold raid. He destroyed railroad tracks, burned supplies, and messed with the Confederates. It forced them to move their troops away from Grant. This gave Grant even more space to move. Once his army was across the river, Grant's next target was Port Gibson. This was a key spot. If Grant could take it, he'd have a clear path to Vicksburg. On May 1st, McClernand's troops fought against 8,000 Confederates defending the area. The battle was tough, but McClernand's army didn't give up. By the end of the day, the Confederates retreated, and Grant had won his first victory. Grant didn't stop there. He moved his army toward Raymond and Jackson. But General Johnston, leading the Confederate forces, was also preparing to fight. Grant acted fast, taking Jackson on May 14th before Johnston could do anything. Next came Champion Hill. This is where General Pemberton made a big mistake. Instead of pulling back, he decided to fight Grant directly. By May 16th, Pemberton's army was set up on the ridges near Jackson Creek. But Grant had a better plan. His troops hit the Confederates hard, and by the afternoon, Pemberton's lines broke apart. His army fled toward Vicksburg. Pemberton's army tried to slow Grant down one last time at the Big Black River Bridge, but it didn't work. Grant's army found a gap in their defenses and broke through. The Confederates burned the bridge, but it didn't stop Grant. Pemberton's army kept retreating toward Vicksburg. By May 18th, Grant's army was at the gates of Vicksburg. He was ready to attack. But after failing with a direct assault on May 19th, Grant realized that he would have to lay siege to the city instead. He surrounded Vicksburg, cut off supplies, and kept the pressure on. The Confederate soldiers inside were running out of food. They were stuck, and Grant was getting closer. By June, Grant's army was huge, over 77,000 men. The Confederates, on the other hand, had no way out. Johnston tried to break the siege, but his troops were too weak. Pemberton's situation grew worse every day. On July 3rd, after weeks of hunger and pressure, Pemberton had no choice but to surrender. Grant's victory at Vicksburg was huge. The Confederacy was split in two, and the Union had control of the Mississippi River. This victory gave Grant the chance to rise to the top of the Union Army. But what made Grant so determined? Why didn't he give up, even when things looked hopeless? Stay tuned for our next video on Ulysses S, Grant's rise to power. And don't forget to subscribe to Legends Beyond Border for more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.